Last season they were 8-3, highlighted by their first state tournament win since 2003. Although they only returned one starter on the offensive side of the ball, this team is looking to get back to the state tournament. Welcome to this edition of Where in North Jersey is Rich Barton, Preseason Edition. Today we are in Oakland checking out the Indian Hills football team. Last season they went 8-3 and for the first time in school history hosted a section semifinal. Today we'll be talking to head coach Joe Sabella, defensive lineman Brad Kropeke, and middle linebacker Anthony Tucci about the upcoming season. The Braves went 8-3 last year, highlighted by a state tournament appearance. They won their first state tournament game in well over a decade with a 21-7 win over West Mars Central. They have some heavy graduation losses, which include quarterback Tim O'Brien, leading receiver Nick Wisnowski, and leading rusher Nick Andriotta. Braves head coach Joe Sabella feels that this year, the focal point will come on the defensive side of the ball.
It took us a couple years to get where we wanted to get to, but we knew we had a good team coming into last year. Finishing the year before at 6-2, we knew what we had coming back for us. We set our goals high. People wanted to know if we could handle expectations. I think we met our expectations. We got very close. It was the first year in our school's history that we ever hosted a state semifinal game, so that was big for us. We've built a culture here that we're proud about, and we're continuing to do that. And we feel good coming into this season that we're just going to keep doing what we do. We have one returning offensive player, and that's our left tackle. I mean, we're not going to win games 38-12 anymore, so we're really concentrating on the defensive side of the ball, and it starts with our returner, Brad Kropeke at defensive end, and our middle linebacker, Anthony Tucci. Those guys are the faces of the defense. We're going to be a physical, aggressive defense. We don't want to let an offense dictate anything to us. We're going to come after you defensively. We have a great safety back with Luke Spitoletta. We have another good defensive end with Nick Natali, and we have a rising junior who's had a great camp, great offseason, and John Kim, other linebacker.
Our defense is always a big focus for us. We have a big D-line, a lot of guys coming back, so that's going to be a big thing for us. We just got to swarm the ball and really get the energy going on that side. Just keeping the momentum going, trying to do the same things as last year. We're not really focused on losing as many guys. We're just focused on getting the new guys ready for the next season.
Last year was more of our other middle linebacker, our strong side. Now I took that role. So now it's all falling on me, but I've taken it well, and it's just got to lead the team.
The Braves opened the season at home against Northern Highlands. They have some winnable games in the early portion of their schedule before facing Mendham and Old Tappan right before the state cutoff.
The first three right out of the gate are all new. We haven't seen them last year. We go Northern Highlands, Richfield Park, and Bergenfield, and they're all different. They're all different styles, they're different teams. But the first one's the big one. The first one's the one you circle right away. It's the first, you want to get that one under your belt. You want to have the confidence going into week 2. We're putting all the eggs in one basket for Northern Highlands. They just have a new coach. We're excited. We've been hitting the same colored jerseys now for a couple weeks. We want to get into our scrimmages, and we're looking forward to September 10th.
I think it's just all about execution. We can't really focus on who our opponent is. We just got to act like they're just another team on the schedule, not worry about who they have. Just go up and face them like every other team.
After further review, Indian Hills is going to go through some growing pains this season. But with some comparable opponents in the opening weeks, look for a Week 5 matchup against Demarest to be the turning point in their season. If they can win that game, I feel they can get enough power points to sneak into the North 1 Group 4 playoffs. Well, that wraps it up here in Oakland at Indian Hills High School. Log on to NorthJerseySports.com to find out where I'll be next. One, two, three, all right.